that's not my bus. I am in a yellow one, but it'll take a while. At the inner city bus stop. We are just outside of the train station, which is somewhere behind that building. Bus station is here as well, but it's only for city buses. I'm waiting for my Regiojet bus to pull in because I'm going to take this one and ride along all the way to Prague. It's a 12-hour drive. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon almost. So we'll be arriving in Prague early in the morning, just before dawn, I suppose. That's my bus arriving. I expected it to pull in behind the green flex bus, but it drove past it, so I had to move. It's also everyone else's bus, so let's go. Tickets were checked, luggage labeled, and after a quick ID check, we were ready to board. Since this bus originated its trip in Amsterdam, it was also a first break for the smokers and vapors. As my suitcase went into the belly of the bus, I was sure not to put anything of real value in it. You never know. For those that know me a bit, it might be a surprise to see me in a sleeper bus, as I would never make use of one in Indonesia because of various reasons. The main ones being that drivers are always sleepy, while maintenance isn't the word they really know. Over here in Europe, I feel much safer though. This video is mainly a voiceover as I didn't really want to talk and record video with a bus full of passengers around me. But I'll explain why I took this bus, of course. It will probably also be a pretty short video, as most of the drive was at night, hence the name Sleeper Bus. I paid 2,312 Czech koruna or some 95 euros for this trip, which also includes further transport to the Polish city of Krakow, not just this bus ride. I booked this trip just 2 weeks before departure, but I'm pretty sure you can get cheaper tickets if you make up your mind earlier and actually book your tickets right away. A quick look at the onboard entertainment system of my Regiojet sleeper bus from Eindhoven to Prague, both from and to the main train stations. The system works, but is not very fast responding and could possibly be more intuitive, although that might also be a me problem. The route map was just a static display of where we were at the time of looking at it. My impatience grew rapidly as loading the drinks and food menu was slow. I didn't need to scroll through it though to look at prices, as I brought my own sandwiches. Hey, I'm Dutch. Other tiles like internet worked and will open a clean Google search or something like that. I obviously didn't use those to search for anything as my phone with EU-wide roaming worked perfectly well and had better speeds and faster response times than this piece of... Anyway, let's get on with it. Our first stop of the day was yet another train station, the main train station of the German city of Düsseldorf, which isn't even a village but a grown-ass city of over 600,000 people. Driving a big bus right to the station building isn't very easy, with small roads and a lot of tram tracks everywhere, but the driver of course navigated us safely in and out the not very pretty parts of the city. Later that day, just before nightfall, we would make a stop at Cologne-Bonn Airport, which is used by quite a few to get on and off the bus, as it seems a strategic stop with German airline Eurowings, part of Lufthansa, having a hub here. An Airbus A300, the famous zero-G plane, with registration FBUAD, is parked here, as a statue, near the main terminal building. Later in the night we would also make a stop at Frankfurt Airport, which allowed the addicts to suck on their cancer sticks for a bit before we continued into the night. Needless to say, but the bus is non-smoking only. The title of this video is of course a joke. I could just have paid for my little suitcase and I would be perfectly fine, but making travel slightly more difficult isn't that hard either. As my final destination of this overland trip is a country that has closest airspace, Ukraine, so for obvious reasons, I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to do the entire trip overland. So that's why we're starting at the intercity bus station. Well, station, it's merely a halt with a few small shelters, as the main bus station for local and regional public transport buses can't fit a few long-distance buses apparently. So how to get there? You can walk a few minutes from Eindhoven Centraal train station and the attached bus station. Be sure to exit the train station on the northern side though. The bus itself has 2 levels, with the more luxurious seating area being on the top floor. Here we have a 1+2 configuration, where I picked a single window seat as I planned to make more video material when booking. That didn't really work out though. The level below us was for the regular folks that didn't mind sitting in slightly narrower seats in a 2+2 configuration. There also was a toilet here. The minibar with free water, tea and coffee could be used throughout the ride, but make sure to buckle up once in your seat, as that's required by law. No one is checking that though. So, how did I manage? Well, with my chair in full recline during the evening hours, I managed to get about 2 hours of dozing off, possibly sleep. It was as horrible as I expected it to be, honestly. This means I won't be doing any of these anytime soon. Probably I'm just too old for this shit. But sleeping in a chair isn't my thing anyway. When I arrived at Prague early in the morning, I needed sleep desperately. But it was only less than 24 hours from the start of my holiday, which should also bring me to Ukraine, a place where frequent air raids are a thing. I probably should have just taken the plane to Prague instead, so I would arrive rested. I still had some travel ahead to get to Krakow later in the day, but that was done by regular regional trains, so I won't bother you with that. The next video will be the Kiev Express sleeper train from Warsaw to Kiev, so stand by for that, as I can promise you things can get worse, even after this experience without sleep. See you soon in another one.